Hey, I'm going live because none of my friends are live at the moment. I'm just coming in to talk to somebody. That's all. I'm seeing what YouTube and the world is up to nowadays. And as I can see, not much. There's a lot of shit going on, but hey, whatever. It's really funny because I don't know. I'm gonna get the steam powered thing because I can't talk to myself and talk to the chat. It's just it doesn't work for me. You know what I mean? I can't have an engaging conversation with somebody unless I'm talking with them one on one. And I'm sorry, guys. I mean, I appreciate everybody that chats in, does all that, but yeah, I can't. It's kind of hard to do. It's all right. Right now, there's 0 people in the room. For all I know, I'm talking to myself. And I will be talking to myself for the rest of the night. But, hey. That's okay. Do it just sit silently and see who joins in? No. I'm too much of a fucking talker, dude. Yeah, that's the thing. This is my 3rd attempt for a discussion. If I don't get anybody coming in or discussing anything, I'm gonna try something else. So that's the bottom line. If nobody shows up, then fuck it. I'm here to talk. I'm here to chit chat. You know. Hello, welcome to the channel. What is happening? How are you, Martasha? Are you having a happy Mother's Day? That's a question. And I don't want to just assume that you're. Did you call your mother if you were able to? That's a question. Yeah. No, I called my mother. Yeah, I talked to her early this morning. So wonderful. You got to speak with your mother. That's awesome. There's a lot of people in this world that can't do that. And appreciate the fact that you can, you know? No. You asked me, you're asking me the question, am I about to say you're black? I have no clue. Why would you put that in? I'm very confused at the moment. I'm very confused. I had no insinuations on any race or anything like that. I'm sorry if you feel that way. Adjust my glasses, sorry. That was a very random question, and I don't know. I honestly don't care what color of the rainbow you are. You could be any part of the rainbow, you know? I accept everybody for who they are, no matter where they are. Looks like there's 0 people. It was because I was saying something about because I'm bi. Well, first off, I didn't even know you were in the room. Anything that I ever said, I apologize if that's what you perceive, but no, this is not racist channel by any means. Not by any means. In fact, we're very anti-racism here. So, welcome in. Thank you for stopping in. That's all I could say. I was just coming in to wish everybody a happy Mother's Day. That's what I was doing. Okay. I didn't realize I had to apologize for anything. That's where we're at right now. Oh, please. Ask a question. I'm sorry if I offended anybody. That's not my intention. I'll tell you guys that right now. But no, everybody's welcome here in my. Just curious if your channel accepts homosexuals, transgenders, because I'm a black member of both communities. It's got nothing to do. That's your own business, buddy. I honestly don't care. Cartman, welcome in. Thank you for coming in. I'm getting some hard-hitting issues. You know. Cartman, by all means. By all means, go right ahead. Well, here's the thing. It's not easy. You're born how you're born. You're attracted to what you're attracted to. You know. That's not gonna change. Some Christians believe that you can go to these camps and they make you better and make you not gay or whatever. That's freaking insane. You know, you're born how you are, and your attractions are what you're attracted to. I'm attracted to what I'm attracted to. You know, I happen to like large women. You know, that's everybody's got their own little attractions, and you can't judge people on what they're attracted to, because that's what they're attracted to. You're attracted to men, you're attracted to men. You're attracted to women, you're attracted to women. When you get into specifics, some people are attracted to skinny women, some people are attracted to um, big women, some people are attracted to muscular men. Some people are attracted to what they call twinks. That was the you know skinny uh, feminine guys. You know, hey, what you're attracted to is what you're attracted to, man. And nobody's got the right to tell you who to be attracted to. That's the bottom line, Carmen. So. All right, let me go back. I'm sorry. Well, you retracted a message. I'm sorry. No, I'm. Am I personal gay? No, I'm not. Do I understand it? Yeah, 100%. You're attracted to what you're attracted to. Something turned you on. That's nature. That's it's biological. There's nothing that's gonna change that with uh that's we're all animals, you know, so to speak. Um, that's your biological nature. You're attracted to what you're attracted to, and you're going to pursue what you're attracted to. That's it. No, wait a minute. I got to read some of the back. I'm sorry. You know what I mean when I say gay, Martashi? No, I don't know what you mean by that. I'm sorry. How do you know this? Because you are a boy. Excuse me. I've got friends. I grew up with males and females. My best friend that I grew up with was gay. I was a gay man. I grew up in. No, my neighbor was a gay. One of my friends was a gay female. Yeah, I know. I know how it works. You're not. You're not. I don't know how old you are. I'm almost 50 years old. Um, I didn't grow up separated or anything like that. 15, Cartman. You got a long way to go. Trust me. No, I grew up in South Florida. I grew up in a great gay community, you know. Well, let me rephrase that. I was exposed to the gay community because, like I said, my best friend growing up was gay. And he told me. He still remained my best friend during that time. We would always go out and hang out. He was my best friend. We would go out and hang out and stuff like that. He liked men. I liked women. Um, Other than that, we were, we're best friends. So, was I gay growing up? No, I'm not gay, but I understand it. As I was saying. Oh Jesus! I hit this goddamn button again. All right, there we go. No, I'm not gay, but do I understand? Yeah, no. Like I said, my best friend growing up was gay, and I understood everything that he had to go through and stuff like that. And I met him when I was 15 years old as well, you know. But he became one of my best friends until I was in my 30s, you know. One of my very best friends. He passed away, um, let's say 5 years ago. He got hooked onto drugs, and he died of a heroin overdose. Um, but yeah, he was one of my best friends. It's super weird to be sexually attracted to animals. There's, I don't know. There are things that are illegal here that are not illegal in other places. So if that's your big thing, then move to a country where it's legal. That's all I can suggest. You know, do I condone it? No, but it's like I said, everybody's got their own little. Everybody's got their own little thing. You know. Mm. Thanos. Thanos is in the building. Welcome in. Martashi, thank you for the condolences. Thank you. He died several years ago. Mm. Thanos, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, guys. I do. I really do. Um, yeah, but I like when I was in my 20s, we would go to K clubs and stuff like that. I know you younger guys or girls when you can't go to these clubs because you gotta be 21 and older, you know, drinking age, whatever. But I was exposed a lot. Um, when I lived with my friend, um, my roommate was a stripper. She was a lesbian stripper. So I had a lot of exposure to a lot of that type of lifestyle. I'm not. It doesn't attract me personally, but I'm not gonna. My best friend, like guys, okay. You know, my neighbor liked girls, and she was cool. We all just hung out, and you don't judge other people for what they like to do behind closed doors. You should never do that. That's my opinion. What David Tell said it best. David Tell, the comedian, said, "What a man, a woman, and a midget and a donkey want to do behind closed doors, that's their gosh darn business." And he's kind of right. Got a little bit crazy there with the donkey, but hey. Martoshi, you're a nice guy. Hey, I'm a nice guy too. if somebody fucks with me, I'll throw down. But you know, hey. Carmen, I never established where you're from. Where are you from, Carmen? Please, if you don't mind. What state do you live in? Or country, for that matter? Munchies, hello. Welcome in. That was an awesome live that you did today with the lamb chops with Mountain Dew. That was so interesting. I was so curious to see if they were too sweet. You didn't get an opportunity to answer my question. But you said, I believe you said that everything that you did was turned out good. It was interesting because I've seen people do like barbecue ribs with cooking down like Dr. Pepper and Coke, things like that. Um, but this was the most interesting thing about your live tonight was that you said that you disliked lamb, and I was like, oh, well, she's making lamb chops. She's already announcing. I got like a 30-minute drive home, and I was unable to comment through most of it, but I had you on while I was driving home, essentially. But I had a great time listening to you cook because I could tell by what you were saying and what you were doing. You know, you're excellent at describing what you're doing. What you're doing, like we got to render the fat down, or however it is. I can drive. I don't have to watch you do it. I can listen to you because you're so well. Um, you're describing what you do exactly. I could be blind and figure it out. That's my point, and that's wonderful, and that's why I love. I think you do some awesome lives. You know, that's one of that's one of the things that I really appreciate. Because, excuse me, one of the things I hate when you're on a live is people don't reciprocate what or don't say the question that you're talking about. So all they're doing is answering questions where you don't know. But you're really good. It was an enjoyable ride home while I was listening to you cook. That's awesome. I had a good time. Thank you very much. See, this is where you and I struggle because I love lamb. Lamb is one of my favorite things. And the whole entire family in my house hates lamb. So the only time I can get it is while I'm working and when we're working like a wedding where they're doing it or a buffet, and then I get the leftovers. Other than that, I can't bring it in. I've actually got a very funny story with my I was living with my I moved into my with my current wife. We were dating at the time, and I was cooking there. But I brought home a shepherd's pie made with ground lamb, and it was very funny because the I had a 12-year-old stepdaughter at the time and a 2-year-old, 2.5-year-old, and I brought shepherd's pie home, And the 12-year-old started eating it and was like, oh my God, this is the best meat that I've ever had in my life. And I said, well, probably because that's lamb. You probably never had it before. And she looked and she said, you mean like a little baby lamb? And then she just took her plate and shoved it forward. And then the 2-year-old looked at her big sister shoving the plate away and said, and shoved her plate away because she didn't know what was happening, but she just knew her sister was disgusted for something. So then she stopped eating as well. So that was kind of a funny little thing. All right, I gotta look. Oh, sorry. It's Maximus, stop it. You forgot to look at the tablet. No, you did an awesome job on your live. If you're talking about your live, no, that was awesome. I listened to it my drive home. That was awesome. And you're excellent about describing the techniques and things like that about like taking the peels off the garlic, etc. You're excellent. This freaking guy. He's gonna drive me nuts. He's just happy to see me. No, you're not getting in my lap. No, he knocks the phone out of my freaking hands. All right, let's see. I'm sorry. I love the texture when it's done well, but there's a taste that just. Yeah, but yeah, you either love it. It's like truffles. You love truffles. You hate truffles. You love lamb. You hate lamb. You know. It's one of those on the spectrum of flavors. They've got they've got such a unique flavor. You know, it's like capers. Capers. There's nothing. Caper berries. You can't replace them with anything. You know, they're capers. You either like them or not. And this fucking guy. Oh. Sorry. All right, I gotta go back and read. I'm sorry, I'm just talking into the mic. I'm sorry, Munchies. I've been drinking a little bit, so. Max, cut it fucking out. You forgot to hook the tablet up. Okay, I didn't even know. I don't know if you're still here. All right, let's see. Ground lamb. Yeah, my local supermarket won't ground the lamb. But if you got a food processor, you can just chop it up enough. Stop. Ah, so you love chicken piccata then. If you love capers, then chicken piccata is one of my favorites too. I love capers too. You know? You look at this guy. Look at that. Look at. What are you doing? What are you doing? I didn't even know if you saw him. I just tilted the camera towards him. So. You love peas? T-shirt? Awesome. Max, please. All right. This is what I'm going to do. Munchie, your skill is with that little wheel of misfortune, which is awesome. I love it. I love the idea. I love it because I've got a creative brain and I want to be able to cook. All right. However, my little spiel is give Max a freaking empty cardboard box and he will. What? See, Did you see how crazy he's going? Oh. He wants his box. All it is, it's an empty box. I'm gonna wake the entire neighborhood up. There you go. He will attack the box. He's going to shred the hell out of that box. But that's... Tracy's! Welcome in! It's my night off, hon. I got Mondays off, so I am going to... I got Mondays off, so I was up burning the midnight candle. That's what I'm doing. But welcome in. Thank you for stopping in. Oh my goodness. He just takes... I got the florist that I work with. The 4 lily plants in boxes. And I'm just going to show you what he did with... There's one still remaining. I came back today. I've been working quite a bit, but... all right. You guys know what Easter lilies are, right? Okay. There's one on the ground. There's 2 on the ground. There's the other one on the ground. I mean, fortunately, I can plant the bulbs back in and they'll regrow. However, the little plastic edges, he tore them all apart. So it was like, let me see where I'm going at. Thank you, Tracy's. No, I'm doing silver bullets tonight, though. Thank you. But yeah, no, yeah, I've been consuming. I'm not denying that one bit. Yeah. T-shirt. Cooking. They've set Sunday, Monday off unless my assistant. Yeah. Don't you hate? All right. I love it, but I hate it in our industry. Everything is so versatile. I love the chaos. I just love the chaos of being in a kitchen. And I love I'm a chaotic person. I guess I just love the chaos. I love to be able to jump in and solve the problems or fix them. It's exciting to me. I could not work at a desk job. I couldn't do anything like that. So Munchies, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Munchies, Tracy's is in Canada, and she does like a lot of she does some homesteading videos up there. My favorite one was her tapping the getting maple syrup, how to do that. However, I'm trying to get her to do a cooking thing with arrowroot, because she uses arrowroot as a thickener, and I've never used it. Or let me rephrase that. I've used arrowroot, and it's never, I couldn't get it to work, and I have no idea how to do it. So I would love somebody to Munchies, if you know about how to work with arrowroot, We have it at my job. I can use it. I can utilize it, but I can't. I've never used it before, and every time I have, I've never had any success with it as a thickener. So that's what I've heard that from everybody. Tracy's was telling me about it, and I'm just saying, as ultimately, I know cornstarch. I make a slurry, and I know it's bulletproof, and that's it. However, when she was telling me about using arrowroot as a alternative thickener, I tried. I could not get it to work. I don't know if I had to boil it. Like I just don't know how. I have no idea how to use it. So, you know. Yes, they can. The good thing about the cornstarch slurry, though, is when you're using that as a thickener, it's when you're using a roux, you have no idea how thick the sauce is going to get. Time-wise. With the slurry, if you use a cornstarch slurry, instantly you can just add it a little bit by little bit. You know exactly, it's instant on how thick the sauce is. A lot of times, when you got to feed 200 people, freaking, it's how it goes. So, but yes, no, I do agree. However, it's easier to I think it's easier to control the cornstarch than it is with the roux, because when you're doing a roux and you're doing a sauce with that, I mean, you can always thin it. You can always throw something in it to do that. See, this guy's still attacking. Yeah, say hi, Max. Say hi, Max. He's gonna shred that thing until it's like little pieces of paper, and I gotta sweep it up tomorrow. So, but yeah. I hope I didn't miss anybody's comments. I'm sorry. Munchies, I think I'm assuming that you're a little bit younger than me, but I'm 48, and yeah, I do. I'm not getting old. I've seen the transition of people in the kitchen get from. I've seen them get old and bitter and just non-tolerant of the new people coming in. And you gotta have new blood you have to have new blood. If you don't have new blood in your kitchen, then you're just gonna it's gonna fail. Eventually it's gonna fail. Where me, I've been working in my club for 20 freaking years. I was brought in as the assistant butcher. And when I started, I was cleaning all the top rounds to make hamburgers, stuff like that. Everything now is almost, there's no butchering going on in my club anymore. I'm the guy in charge of the cuisine. I've got to do I essentially just make hamburgers and freaking hot dogs and whatever they do. I do a special every day, Tracy's, Thank you. It was a pleasure to have you. Good night as well. Oh, you're older than me. Oh, I can learn some stuff from you then. You're 56. You've been in the industry. I was working in restaurants as a kid. Like I said, I'm 48, so 56. You almost got 10 on me. Holy cow. Salute. Yeah, I started working when I was a kid in restaurants, and then I got into the country club scene like 20 years ago, and I was like, holy cow, I'm gonna retire here unless they fire me. Country club is that cushy of an environment, you know. Oh, your dad was a restaurateur. See, my father, when I was a child, he was a cook, and they used to have a nice restaurant here. At one time, my grandmother, my uncle, my aunt, and my they all worked in different positions in the restaurant, which is pretty cool to me. Locally here, it was the Kennel Club, which is no longer. I mean, it's still there, but they outlawed dog racing, so it's just like an off-track betting kind of situation. But back in the day, in the 70s, they were a respected place to go out to dinner, you know. My father was a cook there. Taught me how to cook when I was a kid. I remember he got me a little stool. I was scrambling eggs. He was teaching me how to do that. You know, when I did the transition from restaurants to country clubs, I was like, ooh, I'm staying here until they fire me. I wasn't gonna go. I'm still not gonna go voluntarily. I've been there 20 years now. They actually took care of us during COVID, and paid us our 40-hour-a-week salary, even though we were only coming in. They changed our club into like a drive-through service. To we would make like to-go orders, just club sandwiches, different dinners, lasagna, stuff like that. But essentially turned the club during the pandemic into a drive-through. However, we got 150 people that we employ. They paid everybody their salary, even though a fraction of them only showed up for work. And it was voluntary. It was voluntary. I didn't have to show up for work. I did just because I just felt bad pocketing a check and I wanted to cook, you know. Wait. Worked in club. He took me to work and stuck me in the corner in a playpen. I don't know what you're referring to. I'm sorry. When I outgrew the playpen, I got to sit in the corner in a little side table. His cooks used to bring me. Oh, you're talking about when your father. Okay, now I understand. I'm sorry. His cooks used to bring me candy and fill my pockets with silver dollars, 50-cent pieces. Yes, we still have bring your kid to work day. My kids come in, and there's always people slipping them $50 bills, and they get as much ice cream as they could eat. So yes, I can understand that 100%. That's what my children are going through right now. Yes. No. Yeah, I understand now. Understand 100%. Like I said, we got bring your kids to work day, and my oldest daughter had something she couldn't do, which she's been coming through for years. They love. My wife works retail, and at one time she worked at Toys R Us, and the kids went there and then they realized that Toys R Us was just stocking shelves, and then they went to my work where it was fun. We were making pizza. We were doing all sorts of fun things. So that's kind of funny. And then they said, I want to go with Daddy. I want to go to Daddy. So that's pretty cool. Max, what? If you chewed up your thing, that's your shh. Hey, I get an idea. Let's trick Max. Let's get him inside the house. Come on, Max. We're gonna trick him. Come on, Max. I don't think he's gonna be tricked. He's sitting over there. I think he just wants a little attention. Come on, Max. Yeah, good boy. Sorry. Sorry, but I can't have him bargain. Yeah, wake the kiddos up. They gotta get to school tomorrow. I'm the only one that's got the day off. Even the wife's gotta work tomorrow. Munchies, this is an awesome conversation with you. I'm so happy I got to see her live tonight. That was really, really cool. I got out of work and I was like, oh. I don't know, Jack's Pizza. Is that a local area where you're at? If you told me, I forgot. I'm sorry. What area you're from? Hey, I'm glad to have met you too. You know what I love is the fact that when you do your wheel, that you stated, um, let me get him in because he just wants some attention. He knows on my camera, I guess. I don't know. What are you doing? I love when you throw your wheel on that you've got the randomness, and then you said I don't Google anything, I don't check anything, I just go by your instinct. And that was one of the things that I asked is like, oh, can I give it to, because I gotta work on my feet all the time. I gotta feed the that's all, like what's for dinner is all the leftover shit we have from work, essentially. And I've got to put it together and make something edible for the night staff, but it's but I love that creative process. But plus I'm also the one that has to come up with special ideas. Like I got to do a lunch special every freaking day, and 9 times out of 10 it's something that's left over that I just repurposing. And because it's a country club and we've got no food cost worries, it's great, but at the same time I still think like, hey, let's reuse this shit. We got a whole prime rib left over from the carving station. Let's make some roast beef sandwiches, or let's do, you know what I mean? And my mind is always thinking that way. That's why I love your little frozen pizza t-shirt. You're from Africa t-shirt. Well, welcome in. My buddy is from South Africa. He said that their breakfast every morning was porridge made with chicken feet. Is that true? He was in South Africa. I don't know what part of Africa you're in. One of your favorite meals at work is taking leftovers and making something out. Yes. Yeah, 100%. Creating something. Yeah. Essentially, that's what I got to do with the specials and, well, with the employee meals. I don't know if you saw my, like, what's for dinner things. When I do what's for dinner, all those are just YouTube videos so that the employees that have to eat at night can just click on and see. Essentially, that all came out because I've got a warmer, and that's where I put the employee meals in. And one time, one of the valets was just, he had his camera out, and I said, "What are you doing?" He says, "Oh, I'm making a video." I said, "Why? Just why?" And he says, "Oh, I'm going to show the guys when I get back. That way they know what's for dinner tonight." I said, "I can do even better than that." I said, I could record it and put it on YouTube, and then anybody can click it, and you guys can do it." And I did it, and everybody freaking loves it. Not only the staff, but also I'm getting 1,000 freaking views from what I'm making for the employee dinner for the night, And I'm not claiming that I'm cooking everything that's in there. I'm usually making a fraction of it, and a lot of it's usually leftover from the lunch stuff, usually leftover from lunch. I mean, all the little quesadilla wraps and things like that. I'll make sandwiches and things like that, Like I made a fried chicken sandwich today with remoulade. I ate a lot of remoulade, but I used remoulade instead of a buffalo sauce. So it's kind of a tangy kind of. They're pretty good. I liked them, but it is what it is. Let me go. I gotta go back because I can't talk and read at the same time. I'm sorry. Munchies. I accidentally became the pastry chef because the chef gave me a bunch of random brunch leftovers and said to do something. You created a dessert. Now you're a pastry chef. See, I don't know how to bake. I am so horrible at baking. You're whipping up the good. I try, t-shirt. Yeah, capers are in the remoulade. This is the thing, is they make a gallon mix. They usually do a 5-gallon batch at a time of what they call pickle mix. And it's a relish mix. It's got capers, all sorts of things in it. And then, for instance, if they want to do tartar sauce, they do like 50-50. It's 3 gallons of mayonnaise, 1 gallon of this pickle mix. They call it pickle mix. I don't know the recipe of the pickle mix. However, I did have to use it the other day because I had to make remoulade, and my cheat for remoulade is just taking tartar sauce and using that as a base, and then throwing in like Tabasco and Cajun seasonings and stuff like that. That's my little cheat to get by, It did not. They didn't have any tartar sauce. I was like, okay. But then they asked me, well, Yeah. Well, I don't know about my remoulade because like I said, my remoulade is a cheat. I just kind of half-ass it. I just take tartar sauce and add, like I said, Cajun, Tabasco. Call it good when it gets red. You know. So, but yes, they do put capers in the remoulade. So, well, they put capers in. Let me rephrase that. They put capers in the tartar sauce, which is what I use for the base when I gotta um, whip it up. But I'm not by any means doing anything authentic. I've got to run a buffet or something like that, and I pull it together, and that's how I do it, and it seems to work. So, you know, what was he asking? Mayonnaise and relish. Well, technically, at my house, at my home with my kids, when we had fish sticks, when I would make fish sticks, relish, a little bit of mustard, a little bit of mayonnaise. Yeah, that was our tartar sauce, so to speak. Mm. I get clients munchies when it was the pandemic and people couldn't fly out. I work in a country club with a lot of high-end people. They were stuck in Florida and they weren't able to fly to France for the summer or wherever the hell they did. There was a lot of these rich people that were stuck in Florida during the summer, which is brutal because it gets very hot here. And yeah, most people like to be in England or wherever the hell they're going to. And that's when I started doing like a Meals on Wheels kind of thing and cooking food for them, you know, which is pretty cool, you know. Mayo, capers, relish, lemon juice, Worcestershire, white pepper, and dill. Yeah, they make at my work. Well, they make them in 5-gallon batches, but essentially they put them into a gallon, and it's essentially everything that without the mayo. It's just capers, relish, lemon juice, Worcestershire. Yeah, it's all chopped up in the blender, and then they use that as a base to make their other sauces. They use that as a base for the Thousand Island dressing. They use that as a base for the tartar sauce. You know, to make tartar sauce, it was 1 gallon of these because I just made it for the guy the other day. He was like, I was like, hey, I need remoulade sauce because we had a wedding where there were 100 different sides of the remoulade sauce, and there was none in the house. And I said, hey, do you have any remoulade sauce? He said, no. I said, well, do you have tartar sauce? And he said, no, we're out. And he says, but I can give you the recipe. It's 3 gallons of mayonnaise, 1 gallon of the pickle mix, and Worcestershire and a couple of other things. I'm like, okay. So then I made tartar sauce for him. Number one, it's helping him out because he's gonna need it. It's Sunday, Mother's Day. He's gonna need it for downstairs. But not only that, I needed it for the remoulade, for the base for the remoulade. So we were getting 2 birds stoned at once, as Ricky would say in Trailer Park Boys. Got 2 birds stoned at once. So, anyways, I'm babbling. Nobody's texting anymore. Louisiana hot sauce. Tony's. Oh, Tony's. Oh yeah, I got Tony's. Shallot serving. Now that's kicking it up. That's kicking it up a notch. That is a yeah. But 99 when you're doing a wedding or something like that, people aren't gonna notice the difference. You know what I mean? They really are not. Most people don't. Texas Pete. I love me some Texas Pete. Frank's is the actual original hot sauce. I think that's close to Texas Pete. Texas Pete, though. I use Texas Pete at home, you know? Munchies, are you still here? If you're still here, Munchies, I'll give you a Vega. Hello, Vega. Long time no see. Welcome in. Holy shit. Welcome in, Vega. Welcome, welcome, brother. I see. I started doing YouTube in November. That's when I started. Vega is one of my first friends. And you're in Germany? Vega, you're in Germany, right? I don't know if my memory, it's been so long. Yeah, my German friend. Welcome in, buddy. Are we just talking about, oh, geez. We're just talking about making Spätzle. Somebody asked me about something, the German. I said, the only thing that I could probably make is schnitzel and Spätzle. And I do love them both, so. 11 p.m. I didn't even know what time it is here. Oh, it's 2 a.m. here. Jesus Christ. Yeah, you guys got me up. You guys want a tour of my kitchen? Munchies, I would be honored to do a tour. If you're still here, I'm honored. I'll show you my little pantry, what I've got at home, you know. All right, yeah, I'll give you a little tour. You get the dog in though, because if he gets a raccoon or something, he's come on. Good boy. I gotta be quiet. Because the kids are sleeping. I've never had Spätzles with eggs. We had Spätzles, we served it with pork schnitzel. But that's the only German thing that I know how to make. But, alright, it's a little bit of a mess. I gotta talk low. I hope you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Just let me know. 126 years old. You're talking about you're at the kitchen that you work at. Okay, good. I gotta keep it down because just everybody's sleeping here in the house. Okay. Everything's a mess, of course, but this is my How long was I muted for? That's a question. Was I muted for very long? Was the entire tour muted? Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Should I go over again? What would you like? All right, let's just start it this way. What would you like to see? No, what would you get? What do you guys want to see? I mean, I can give you a tour. See, I've got a nice little. I mean, of course, there's dirty dishes, but I got a nice little island for prep. It's actually beautiful, and actually, this is where I did my first live. It was from this angle right here, and I did all my prep like on the little island. I don't have my first live anymore. I no longer associate with the person that went live with me. So that kind of sucks. But oh yeah, no, my house was built for cooks. Yeah. My parents built the house and they're big cooks, so yes, I'm very fortunate to have moved into it. I've catered a lot of things. I've catered 2 weddings out of here for over 100 people. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see that I've got 2 good ovens that work. You know, that one's used for storage. This one's just used for our general day-to-day cooking. Generally don't use the bottom one. I haven't had to. Even when I am catering, I use that one just as a warmer. That's it. You don't like my walls, Vega? Sorry. Only way I could get an island was to... Don't you have an island in... Isn't that what you... Munchie, don't you do most of your cooking on an island? I thought. Oh, two ovens is a blessing, and I'm lucky to have them. This is the thing. This house was my parents' house. They moved to another city 2 away, and when they were moving out, I said, well, let me see if I can buy their house. They had this house built, and essentially I bought their house. They just slid the mortgage over to me, and I took over. I had good enough credit to where I was able to take it over, which amazed me. But, you know, hey, you're going to lend me money? Oh, so, yeah, but essentially I moved into their house that they customized. So, and this is the house that, yeah, it's solid concrete and bricks. Yeah, it's a concrete house. Essentially, I moved into the house that I grew up from 13 years old on. The rooms that my children are staying into, I used to sneak out the windows as a teenager. So, you know. Yeah, I gotcha. See, that's the thing. That's the thing, Munchies, is I've got my own like little I want to say catering business because I cater for these wealthy people, but I can't I don't have my own actual catering business. I do on-site cooking. So that's what I kind of do. Everything's kind of on the down low because in all honesty, I don't know. I never checked into the legality of everything. I just do what I do. Somebody needs a wedding catered, I cater it. You know, last one I catered a wedding for like 80 people. It was my friend's wedding. Actually, my high school girlfriend's wedding, which happens to be my wife's best friend. That's how long I've known these people. But I've been married to my wife for over 15 years. You know what I mean? However, when we were high school, we were all in the same little clique, and I used to date her. So she's getting married, and I was like, oh, okay. So I helped her. I did a big pulled pork dinner with beans and rice. That's what they wanted. If you look at a few of my short videos, I did not. The problem was I was so busy, I did not get any video of it, of the actual wedding. I just got videos of the appetizers before they came up from the beach. They hired some guy to shuck oysters, which is kind of a little funny, because for 100 people, he only brought like 80 oysters, something like that. Yeah. So the first 20 minutes of everybody getting back from the beach, the bride and the groom never even saw the setup that he had, which was actually pretty cool because he had a dinghy that was filled with ice, and it was actually pretty cool. Have a good night, Vega. Oh, Munchies, sorry. You're the one going to bed. All right. Have a wonderful night. Sorry if we keep babbling. Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. I was so stoked to grab your live tonight. That was awesome. It was awesome to hear you cook while I was driving. So, Vega, are you still in the house or are you leaving? Holy shit, excuse me. Vega, are you still sticking around or are you calling it a night? Or I guess a morning for you. It's 8 a.m. Hey, it's always a pleasure, man. When I see the lives or when I go on to my subscriptions and I scroll down and I see you haven't had any activity in a while. I just noticed that today, as a matter of fact. I was just scrolling down and I said, you haven't had any activity. I was like, oh, good to see you, brother. And you take care of yourself, and always a pleasure. You're welcome in here anytime. Just keep that in mind. You have a wonderful night. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream anyways. Thanks for stopping in. You're doing... Wait, Tool House, you're doing gardening? That's interesting because me and somebody else are getting into that too on the YouTube. Hook It Up Homestead. Look into my comments on my pages and stuff like that. Hook It Up Homestead's making her own garden. Stuff like that. I implore you to check it out. If you do go by, tell her that I sent you. No, she's doing chickens. She's doing everything, you know. But she's kind of starting from. She's basically how-to for if you don't have anything. She's showing you how to like plant shit. It's pretty cool. It's really cool. Her name is Hook It Up Homestead. Yes. My mother worked in the agriculture department for 30 years, and I showed her one of her videos where she was making microgreens in, you know, those like little aluminum tins that you make lasagna in or something like that. She had old ones of those that she had poked holes in. She was growing microgreens in them. And my mother was like I said, my mother worked in the agricultural department for like 30 years and was like, as impressed as I was like, wow, that's amazing, you know. So, anyways, check her out if you're into growing. If you're into growing, I don't know the German zone where your growing zone is. Like for instance, I can grow oranges and you know, but you can grow apples, I'm sure. I can't grow apples here. Anyways, you understand what I'm saying. Oh, that's awesome, Vega. I grow a lot too. Yes, that's what I'm saying. You got 2 apples, 1 cherry. See, I can't do that. I got 4 papaya trees and 3 coconut trees, you know. Yeah? Big ones? Are they producing? That's the best. I had 4 papaya trees. Only 1 papaya grew. Max, stop. No. Stop. Max is gonna say goodnight. Come on, Max, say goodnight. Come here. Come here and say goodnight. Just say goodnight. Come here. Yeah. He's not doing it. Alright, Vega. Hey. It was gonna, yeah, no. That's my point, is we're in different zones. That's why I'm kind of interested in seeing you, if you take a video or pictures of your trees and stuff. That's awesome to me. You know, I love growing things. But yeah. Good night. Good night, Vega. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end on a wonderful note. See you in Vega. Have a wonderful night, buddy. Wait a minute. I can send you if you want. What are you gonna send me? Not a coconut. Hi, Carbon. Good morning. What did you mean you were gonna send me? I don't understand. Oh, I still have Discord. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The pictures? Yes. Yeah. I still have Discord. Yeah, I'm on the same thing. I never left that thing. They left me, but I still stayed the same. I still talk to a lot of the people that were when I first started in November. I still speak with other people that are disassociated with everything that's. We kind of started our own little group, you know? Okay. Well, Max, a miss. Sit down. He's getting so crazy. No. All right. Good night. But yeah, Discord. Yeah. Throw me some pics on Discord. That's awesome, buddy. All right. Take care. Have a wonderful night, guys.